Greetings and salutations. This your boss, International Zoe. I'm here in Pattaya, Thailand. I'm at the beach, right off of Beach Road. This is not the beach to really swim in. This is the beach to catch the boats to the islands and jet ski and stuff like that. From what I hear, the water isn't the cleanest. So, but one day that could change. It was similar in Boracay, and they fixed that up. So hopefully they'll fix this beach up. But there are options. Today I want to talk about a concept that came to me about the different types of guys that travel. So initially I had initially I had 4 or 5 types. And the more I started flowing with it, I settled on 7 types. Now I'm not gonna say I'm covering every type, but these are the 7 main types, right? So my list reads, and I put some time and energy into this. I made some notes. If y'all hear the rumbling, that might be, it's raining off and on. It's kind of like rainy season. So, the 7 types are: 1, socially awkward guy travelers. This is guy travelers. Number 2, monger or mongerers, if that's to say it correctly. If you don't know what mongerer means, it means guys that travel mainly to see beautiful women and have sex with them. 3, the explorer, the adventurer. 4, old guys looking for love. 5, content creators like myself. 6, weekend warriors. So those of us in the travel community are familiar with that terminology. I don't know who coined the phrase, but we kind of know what that is. That's guys who usually travel for a week or less, or the weekends. Not really considered serious travelers. And 7 is digital nomads, okay? So these are the 7 types of guy travelers. Now, when I say guy, I don't mean black guys. I mean males that travel. I broke it down. Mind you, this is my opinion. This is my observation. You can add or take from. So first, let's talk about the socially awkward traveler type. This guy usually is emotionally awkward, physically awkward. Might be unattractive, might be overweight, might be not confident, might be a little quirky or nerdy. This type of traveler probably has issues getting women back in the States or in Western society because of his social awkwardness. Usually gets shut down by women, maybe because he's not confident, maybe because he's not handsome, maybe because he's just a little bit too different, right? This type of guy is at least courageous enough to travel, usually by himself. And what he finds when he travels, maybe he did research, but what he finds when he travels is that he can get the type of girls that he wants. He could get the type of girls that he could only dream about. He could get the type of girls that he might have never gotten in the States or in the Western society. So this intrigues him and motivates him to travel a lot. Might be looking just for fun, might be looking for a relationship, but what he can't seem to achieve in the States, or which is super difficult for him to achieve in the States, he finds that he's able to get some sort of happiness and enjoyment by traveling the world to meet women mostly, okay? And that's number one, the socially awkward traveler, guy traveler. Traveler number two, the monger traveler or the mongerer traveler, okay? This is the guy who travels mostly for sex. He might just want to knock down as many girls as possible. Maybe he's a sex addict. Maybe not. It all depends what you consider that. He's the type of guy that wants to have sex with a different girl every day. Some 2 or 3 times a day, right? Doesn't necessarily have a problem getting girls in the States or in a Western society. Isn't socially awkward. He just likes to travel and conquer women. He enjoys it. This type of traveler usually will not go to the tourist attractions. He will usually not go to countries that don't have a red light district. That's not his interest. He probably will go to a place like Peru and not go to Machu Picchu. He might go to Brazil and not make it to Christ the Redeemer on the Celeron steps. He's there for the ladies, okay? Pretty much, he got his paper together, or he saves his money to make his travel as many times as he possibly can during the year for sex tourism. That's the mongerer, the guy traveler, that's the mongerer or mongers. Guy number 3, the explorer. This guy might like the girls just as much as anybody else, but he's going to check out all the cities and countries to see what they have to offer. This guy spends time, money, and energy visiting as many of the tourist attractions as he can find. He also travels to places where within the country that most people haven't traveled. He travels places that people don't usually put on their bucket list. This guy might be retired, or he might be a lifelong traveler. He's going to visit all the 7th and 8th wonders of the world, man-made and natural. This type of traveler might have been in the military, some of them, and that was which has influenced him to travel. This type of traveler is usually a solo traveler. And this type of traveler has probably been to at least 25 or more countries, at least. This is the explorer traveler. Okay. Traveler type number 4, the old guy. And when I say the old guy, I don't mean like he got to be very old, but he's an older, mature guy. Retired, more than likely, maybe was married, now divorced, either doesn't have any children or his children are grown. This guy still believes in love, and he's not necessarily looking to conquer as many women as possible. He's looking to find a nice, beautiful woman, usually probably a little younger than him. You know, in the Western world, an older man with a younger woman is scoffed upon, is looked down upon. And somewhere in these travels, it's more of the norm, like what you might see here in Thailand or Philippines, even in Latin America or the South America. You see this a little more normal. This guy is probably retired, maybe military, maybe he's living off a pension, Social Security. Maybe he has investment properties. Maybe he's has a stock portfolio. Maybe he has real estate, just things that are keeping him afloat. This guy is not usually a budget traveler. He's a mid-range traveler. He's comfortable. He has time and energy on his hands and money. and he's looking to help out a beautiful young lady with his resources in order to get what he's seeking in return, which might be a wife, a mate, affection, attention, time and energy from a woman. This is the old guy traveler. Okay. The fifth type of traveling guy is the content creator. This guy might enjoy the same things as traveler number 2 and 3 likes, but his first thing is to explore country and make content. He's the king of content. This is the type of guy that's going to put himself on the line. Usually outgoing, good personality, great at meeting people, comfortable with traveling on his own, will explore countries that are the unknown to most, and lay down a foundation for those looking for information to travel behind him. This traveler is going to do some things that are risque. He may go into neighborhoods that are risque, that the normal traveler or visitor would not go to. He may do things like parasailing, zip lining, some type of risky things that maybe everybody wouldn't be up to. He doesn't always get to enjoy his travel because he's not always in the moment, because he's trying to capture the moment. This guy may be doing this for a living. Probably doesn't have any children, probably doesn't have a house or a business. He quit his job to do this full time. That's the content creator traveler. And mind you, I can't list every single thing because I don't want to read this verbatim. So I'm just giving you a quick synopsis on these travelers. Number 6, the weekend warrior. This guy usually travels 2 or 3 times a year. When he has vacation time from his job and other times where he can get away from work. This guy usually travels with friends, sometime in a pack, 4 or more guys. They usually have a budget in mind and they will spend it all. They like to stay in expensive hotels, villas, and things like that. They want to show everybody how great of a time they have, maybe on social media and things like that. They usually overspend, draw attention, or attention seeking. Sometimes they want to live the lifestyle that they live in the West, such as buying bottles, renting sections in a club, restaurant, possibly some of the money throwers. Okay, number 7 and the final type of traveler, guy type of traveler, the digital nomad. This is a guy that probably doesn't have a wife, never been married, doesn't have children, works online. Like my brother Taylor May says, laptop lifestyle. He might be a day trader. He might have a stock portfolio he manages. He may have crypto. He might have an online business, like an online store. Maybe he's working remotely from a company that he works for. He could be teaching language online. He usually stays in a country for 1 or more months, usually around 2 or 3 months. Then he moves to another country and explores the other country. He's not your typical traveler because he has to have time of day to work. So he might be on some off-peak hours depending on what country or what time code he has to work in. He still enjoys being in another country, utilizing his resources and the capital he makes from the Western world in these third world countries, usually, where he can get the best bang for his buck. They too also sometimes do some mongering while they're there as well. But basically, he's utilizing the USD that he can make without physically being in the Western world or in Europe to his benefit in a third world country. Those are the 7 types of guide travelers that I see, that I've come across or that just in my opinion. My question is, which type of traveler are you? Now, you're going to say, what type of traveler are you, International Zoe? And I would say, mainly at this point, I'm a content creator. I do dabble in the mongering a little bit. I like the women, I like women. I dabble in that somewhat. I'm more of an explorer. I'm more of a content creator and a share of information. Now, y'all can say what y'all want to say, but that's what I say, and what I say about myself is what matters to me. I hope you enjoy this. I don't know if it's a PSA, but it's just some thoughts on my mind while I'm chilling here at the beach, in the shade, with the beautiful sun in front of me and the water. The water always relaxes me. It's your boss, International Zoe, Barber World TV, Pattaya, Thailand. Love is love, life is life, loyalty is priceless. Peace.